Hi Aquarius, welcome to your October 2023 Psychic and Tarot reading. It's going to be a really interesting month because we've got the Halloween day towards the end of October, and it's been a beautiful big bright full moon that I've had the crystal ball under. So I had some really great messages for you from the energy from the full moon. And I've picked amazing decks to do the reading this month. I've got Deborah Blake's Everyday Witch Tarot, and the art is by Elisabeth, Alba. I've done an unboxing for this deck on my channel. Please check it out. And it's amazing because they've got these great fun cards with witches in them. So really perfect for Halloween. I've also used the clarifying cards by Barbara Walker Tarot, another deck that I have done on my channel as an unboxing. Love these cool cards from the 80s, published back then. I've just received these decks, so I spent the week meditating with them, and then I'm going to do a special message from the Illuminé deck, which have beautiful artwork by Janice, who's down in the South Island of New Zealand, very tip of it in South Otago. She did a reading for me, a psychic reading years ago, and I have an amazing story of how I came about these cards because it wasn't at the time that I got my reading. So I thought they'd be perfect for this kind of enchanted month that we have by October. So yes, please enjoy the reading at Esoteric Tales and Tarot. Please remember to like, share and subscribe. I've got the crystal ball scrying for this month that I did. I had several messages for you. I took some notes on them, so I'm just going to read through and see. So this month I had, did you make a wrong turn somewhere? So what I got from that is, instead of you're sort of heading, the vision that I got in the crystal ball was that you were driving along somewhere and you realized, oh, I've kind of gone the wrong way. And the best thing to do might have been to turn around and to start again. So this could be, this is symbolic, of course. So I saw it as you driving along, getting lost and kind of stubbornly driving on ahead instead of going, oh, hang on, that was wrong, going back. It's like you were a bit stubborn and you decided, no, I'm going to push on, even though, and it didn't pay off this time. So I'm just wondering whether you've gotten down a path that you probably need to retrace your steps back, and it could be with several things. So, you know, it's symbolic. So where have you gone and you thought you've gone wrong and then you've kept going instead of sort of retreating and starting again? It could be with a project, for example. Maybe it was something that you were building and you've carried on and you thought, oh, I've actually messed up the start of it. I should have probably done the foundation a bit better. And then you've kept going and it's going to sort of mess things up later. So if you've been stubbornly carrying on instead of retreating, perhaps think about it and see what you could do there. Now, I was feeling also, when I looked into the crystal ball, I got all of this energy, this real butterflies in my stomach, and I was sort of seeing butterflies really, but I felt it in my stomach, and I felt that feeling of being very motivated and almost like an anxious sort of anticipation. And I saw what was like, you know, those sticks that you see and then they're pulled back, it's like a slingshot. I saw that being drawn back and then firing forward. And I felt as though you've been in this period, like you felt like the elastic band's been stretched back for so long, like you've been held back, and now bang, you're getting to go forward and you're going to be propelled ahead. So I saw it really clearly as this slingshot going forward, and I thought it was a pea shooter, but that was the wrong word. Slingshot was what it was. So that's what the feeling I get is that it feels as though you've been in that hanged man or stagnation, and now you've kind of got this full card feeling like you're going to go forward, and that's going to create some pentacles coming in. Instead of like a page of pentacles, more of a knight of pentacles feeling for you, like you're going to have a bit of momentum now, money coming. I felt as though money could come in with this motivation. So it's quite exciting month, and I feel like it'll be interesting to see what comes up in your cards. So let's see, Aquarius, for the tarot portion, what we're getting. Aquarius, I still have the butterflies in my stomach, so perhaps you need to go and ground yourself. So we've got a really interesting read here. Bottom of the deck, the main energy is this beautiful Queen of Wands. So a very fiery, lovely energy for the month, and it is clarified by work, the Three of Pentacles. And then we have, in the first week, we've got the Nine of Wands with, in this deck, it's called the House of God, but it's actually the Tower card. We've got the Sun in the next sort of week, that's clarified with the Death card. And then we have Temperance, and that one with the Emperor. We have Seven of Wands with Strength. And then we have the wonderful Believe. So what we have here is a hell of a lot of major arcana on the table. So we have the Sun. We have the House of God or the Tower. We've got Death card, we've got Temperance, we've got the Emperor, and we have the Strength card, all as major arcana. So this is going to be a really big month for you, which I see it as being a wonderful month with a lot of new growth and change happening, which had to happen. So I'll get straight into it. What I'm feeling here is that overall, this is going to turn out to be wonderful for you in terms of career and relationships. There's a real focus here on that big change where I said perhaps you were heading in a direction and you've gone the wrong way, and then there was this feeling of having that stubbornness. So I think that's very well represented here with this Tower, and this is the classic one that I saw, and I thought that's exactly what the messages that we were getting. So this one is about that foundation being rocky and it needing to fall down. It needs to come down so that you can actually rebuild, which is your Death card here. So once that all happens and you realize and you kind of go, okay, I can start this over, I can rethink this, I can get a bit of creative, then you're going to head in the right direction. Underneath the Queen of Wands is the Hermit here with this lovely reflective time. So that's what I feel when I say you need to ground. I feel like this fiery energy is what you need for that fire in your belly, but also the grounding and the meditating that you can see in this card with the smoke. And that's come up with almost every sign this card has popped out. So you have this wise owl here, and that energy of going within and thinking things through is going to bring in this Queen of Wands throughout the month. I'm really attracted to this, the flowers here as well. So spend some time out in your garden. There's a little honeysucker type flower going into the flowers here, little bird. You've got this fiery dragon. So that was that real feeling of the butterflies in my stomach and like, oh, something big is coming. And you have everything that you need, the fire, to get things going now. So that's lovely energy to have. And the pairing here of these two people working away at something with this Three of Pentacles is a classic too, to kind of really reinforce that I think there's possibly been underneath some cruelty, because we have this Nine of Swords directly underneath, and that has the Three of Swords sorrow underneath it. So I think at your workplace there has been some cruelty and it's created some sorrow, which is why I'm feeling like you might need to change directions, change course, think of things differently, get out of a project, start another project again, or, you know, really focus on where there might be a great partner that you could partner up with to get things going, so that you can grab a hold of this serpent here who might feel like it's attacking, grab it by the throat and, you know, take on the serpent, so that you have this energy where you've really built up things and you're working on it from the ground up. Start with a foundation again and build up to something where you're going to have the pentacles coming in. So it could be good to partner up with somebody else, start a new project. I couldn't help but think of the poor tree that was felled at Hadrian's Wall. That was what this reminded me of, with this cruelty, like, you know, something so beautiful, something sad has happened. And, you know, I kept thinking, well, that everything has new growth and it can all be, you know, built up, which is what we're seeing in the rest of this reading. So with your Nine of Wands, here's your defensiveness. Here you are with your wands. You've tried all of the tricks here. You've cast all of the spells and you're still persisting. You're kind of going on thinking, no, I don't want to start again. But the Tower is here. It's going to crumble. So if you've started something, you need to rethink it. If you've headed in a direction and you probably know, oh, you know, I should have really backed up and started again, let it fall, let it crumble. Here's this tree again with the beautiful growth. It's there to support you. You're protected. You're guided. Remember that your angels are always there to guide you. So, you know, your loved ones want you to live your life that you're destined for. So if something needs to be felled, needs to be, you know, let down, if the tower needs to crumble, let it crumble, because we have the gorgeous sun. Look at those sunflowers again, your garden. I'm just feeling as though, wow, how happy is this energy. And it's beautiful pairing. You know, often if you're seeing the Tower and the Death card together, people can get frightened, but certainly it's better to name it the House of God. And death is death and rebirth, and it's the Scorpio card. So it's Scorpio season and towards the end of October, start of November. So that can be when this energy is really ramping up. And it's a wonderful card to change directions, to head another way, and it's going to pay dividends. I can see there's a fertility here, so that could be to do with, could be a birth coming in this month, could be something like that's happening, but birthing a new project, birthing a new job, things like that, you're going to have such beautiful growth with that. You know, this is the off with their heads kind of thing of not that you want that literally, but you know, perhaps that's what needed to happen, that you needed to sort of stand up for yourself, create boundaries and head in another direction. And, you know, this is the lovely energy that I want. The butterflies in the stomach of something new starting. I can put the energy into myself, my own projects, and that is going to pay off very well, because you have the Temperance here, which is the classic Sagittarius card. So that one is quite nice to follow the Death, because Sagittarius season is not that far away. It's that end of November, start of December. And you've got that paired with very fiery, balanced energy with the Emperor, which makes me think again, this new project or perhaps an occupation where you're the boss. You know, the Emperor is very much in control, has everything that he needs. He's got his pentacle here close to his chest, and he's got a shield here to protect himself. He's on the top of the castle and, you know, holding up, brandishing his torch here and doing very well for himself. And that one is the card that is clarifying this energy. So this balance that you have, again, I was thinking your garden, because there's some carrots here, nice glass of water here, and it looks like, you know, I was thinking perhaps it's a recipe book. Maybe you're going to look really at your health and growing things yourself. Perhaps that's something to do with this business. And, you know, the yoga, the balance that you have here just lovely. She's winking as though, you know, it's kind of cute, as though I've got perfect balance, one eye open, one eye closed. And there's a sweet treats and a margarita sitting over here, and you sort of think dirty martini with the olives, and you think the cat's licking its paws. It's had a little bit, so it's the balance as well of, you know, sweet and not so good for you with healthy. So finding that mix, and, you know, grounding yourself as well. But this is very, very nice energy to come in with the Emperor. So I think, you know, taking on your own business, perhaps it is something to do with health or balancing lifestyle. And also that looks like it could be potentially a computer or iPad that's in the background. So maybe it's something online that you're looking into, or that might be a component of it where you have a presence online that you're focusing on. Then we have the Seven of Wands. Again, this is that feeling of coming out of that defensiveness, that stubbornness, and moving forward. Like, okay, I know the game plan now. I see the ones that I'm going to push forward. The cat's convinced, but you know which way to go. Use the strength. A tree again in the background here to support you. You know, maybe you were thinking about these things. This is a very Leo. Maybe you've been kind of acknowledging that things have been, you know, needing to come down since around the August time. So again, another Wands energy, so that fiery energy, and okay, I can do it with the strength. You know, you're going to be able to dig deep and go forward and have that strength, you know, solid as a rock here. I'm looking at those, and, you know, that's going to pay off for you, because you're going to come into this lovely Queen of Wands and Three of Pentacles energy, and you have this wonderful clarifier coming in, the Believe card. And I'm really picking up here on, again, this tree folk here in the tree. I just think that nature is going to be wonderful for you to get out in, and this believe in yourself. You know, if someone's knocked you over, if somebody's gotten under your skin and given you a bit of a blow to your self-esteem, believe in yourself that you can do this, that you can change course, and it's going to work out so well for you. So have a wonderful month. Enjoy Halloween. I think it's going to be really exciting for you, building up into something really interesting for the end of the year, and you're getting your ducks in a row. It's exciting. There could be plenty of fire in your belly to start something new. Could be great for relationships too. I see that as being, you know, your strength, because you're partnering here together, and really you're focusing on work and projects and hobbies and going forward now. So enjoy it, Aquarius, and have a great October. Please like, share, and subscribe. Thanks for listening.